Hello, this is Dr. Seema Bajaj, fertility consultant at Omnia Fertility. Today we are going to talk about the steps in IVF.
Subscribe to Omnia Fertility and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
Before starting the treatment for IVF, pre-treatment evaluation of both the partners is essential. In this, the female is evaluated. First, the fallopian tubes are evaluated to rule out any hydrosalpinx, any blockage in the tube. If the hydrosalpinx is there, we can do the clipping of the tube. Second is the uterine part. Uterus to rule out any fibroid, any endometriosis or polyp or any Asherman syndrome in the uterus. After this, the ovaries are evaluated, which includes the antral follicle count. Any cyst in the ovary should be seen, and the number of follicles or the number of eggs should be in the ovary should be evaluated. After this, the hormonal blood tests are done for a female, which includes the LH, FSH, E2, and then thyroid and the prolactin. And the routine blood test, which includes your complete blood count, your blood group, your thalassemia profile, your random blood sugar, your urine routine and microscopic has to be evaluated. Any problem should be corrected before starting the treatment. The male partner is evaluated for the semen test, which include the semen analysis. In semen, you have to evaluate your motility, your morphology, your quantity, your quality of the semen, any viscosity of the semen. If there is infection in the semen, then we ask the patient to get the semen culture done. After complete evaluation of both the partners, your doctor will design a protocol for you to get the maximum number of eggs, simultaneously preventing the hyperstimulation syndrome. An IVF cycle starts from the day 2 of your periods and end with the pregnancy test. On the day 2 of your periods, you will book an appointment with your doctor. The doctor will check on the ultrasound for any cyst in the ovaries or your antral follicular count. Secondly, she will also check about the ultrasound, the uterus lining, whether the shedding is there or not. Once everything is okay, she will start with the stimulation injections for you. First step of an IVF is the stimulation part. In this, the hormonal injections are started for you from day 2 of your period. These injections are taken for around 10 to 11 days. These are the normal hormones of your body which are given in an injectable form. This is to increase the size of your follicle. Usually what happens in an ovary, one follicle develops every month. By getting these injections, your number of follicles increases. Once the follicles reach a particular size, how do we measure the follicle size? By an repeated ultrasound and repeated blood tests. Once the follicles are at a particular size, a trigger injection is given, which is known as the HCG injection. The next step is egg retrieval. After getting the trigger injection, the egg retrieval is done within 34 to 36 hours. This is a procedure which is done under the OT, under anesthesia, under ultrasound guided. A fine needle is taken, which is inserted into the vagina and then to the ovary, and the eggs are retrieved from both the ovaries. This is a procedure which hardly takes around 15 to 20 minutes. You will not experience any pain since it's done under anesthesia. You will have a mild cramping after the procedure, which will be gone after the next day. On the day of the egg retrieval, your partner will be asked to give a semen sample. Your partner needs an abstinence around 3 to 5 days. Your details of your egg will be kept recorded by an embryologist. After the egg retrieval, the next step is fertilization. Once the eggs are retrieved, they are handed over to the embryologist, and the embryologist checks the quality and the number of the eggs. Denudation of the eggs are done, and the mature eggs are kept in a petri dish in the incubator. There are two ways of fertilization. One is the conventional IVF, another is the ICSI. In the conventional IVF, the sperms and the eggs are together left in a petri dish in the incubator. But in the ICSI, one sperm and one egg is taken, and the sperm is injected inside the egg in the special machine which is known as a micromanipulator. After the fertilization, the next step is embryo transfer. The IVF team and the couple will decide when the embryo transfer to take place. There are three options which can be discussed. First is fresh embryo transfer, second is frozen embryo transfer, and third is frozen embryo transfer with PGT, genetic testing. Fresh embryo transfer is usually done after 3 to 5 days of the egg retrieval. The embryos are transferred on day 3 or day 5 of the cycle. Day 3 is 8-cell embryo, day 5 is a blastocyst. Your IVF doctor and the embryologist will decide which are the good embryos to be transferred. The transfer is done under the abdominal ultrasound guidance because it tells us exact location where the embryos has to be implanted. Second option is freeze all embryos. In this, all the embryos are freezed up and then transferred in the next cycle. This is usually done when if your estrogen level is very high during the stimulation protocol, all the embryos can be frozen up, and when your hormones come to a low level in next cycle, then it can be transferred up. The third option is freeze all the embryos and the PGD testing. In a patient who have a history of any genetic disorders, multiple failures, and any missed abortions or any recurrent abortion, the biopsy of the embryos can be done and the chromosome can be tested, and we can freeze the embryo and then transfer later on which are the good embryos. Now what happens to the remaining embryos? Your doctor will discuss with you what you want to do with the embryo. Either discard them, freeze the older embryo, or grow the embryos up to the blastocyst stage. Discarding of embryo is not a good idea because you can use these embryos later for your next pregnancy. It's better to freeze all the embryos. Hopefully the development of embryo continues, it hatches and implants inside the uterus. Now the last part of the IVF cycle is the pregnancy test, which is done on the day 14 after the embryo transfer. If you are pregnant and the beta HCG is positive, the test is repeated after 2 days, that's after 48 hours. And if there is a rise in the beta HCG, an ultrasound is done after 15 days of embryo transfer to confirm for your cardiac activity and number of gestational sac. And hopefully you get pregnant and you have a healthy baby. Thank you.